Glad I'm not out for a walk today. Hi guys, Songboy13. I just wanted to give you a quick update. What's happening? Well, as you probably remembered, well, some of you may have probably remembered this. Back a couple of months ago, the end of June, Leicester went into, went back into a second lockdown. Now, just before I get into this topic, basically back in March/early April, around that springtime, the whole of the UK went into pretty much a complete lockdown, except from Boris Johnson, after we've had cases just constantly rising ever since the beginning of the year ahead. And then gradually there were improvements throughout the whole country throughout the end of spring into early summer. And then on Tuesday the 30th of June, 2020, Leicester, as I posted on this video a couple of months ago, went back into a second lockdown. Now, initially I thought, oh great, the entire county of Leicester, or Leicestershire, is going to be under a strict lockdown. And after we just got back into this very gradual routine, you know, getting into the habit of a new normal, I then get the news about this, and that really threw me off. Understandably, it's to try and make everyone, well, try and keep everyone safe and to try and get rid of this virus. Yeah, that was wasn't great news to go through this. But I've then later found out that Loughborough, which is north of Leicester, about 20-30 minutes away from the city centre itself, was spared from lockdown, probably because of very few cases there. And so I was able to just go to Loughborough for some days, just chill out, Queen's Park and whatever. And so yeah, but obviously this was in the month of June where so many bad things have occurred. But yeah, this is what happened. The last few days, this came as a complete shock. Nottingham, which is, well, generally, I technically do actually live in Nottingham, but even though some of the videos I post, when, for example, when we get extreme weather, I always put them in Leicestershire, just because I'm more closer to that, basically, and Nottingham city centre itself is much further away, so I just thought I'd like to put in Leicestershire, and some of the postcodes, I'm not going to give too much detail, but some of the postcodes I get from letters say it's in Leicestershire as well. But anyways, this topic basically is about Nottingham itself. Over the last few days, Nottingham has gone from being probably one of the most unrecognisable places in the UK of coronavirus cases to now one of the worst infected areas in the UK as of the last few days. I believe the figures up from the 9th of October, so this was when this was filmed, so it might be different to what you might have seen in a few days' time. But around that time, Nottingham had around roughly, I think, 760 cases per 100,000 people. Now, in percentage, that's 0.76%. So, in reality, it's a very, very tiny amount. But when you think of it, you know, the amounts, you know, how many people you can spread can come at an alarming speed. And, you know, that's a lot of people if you think of it. So no lockdown measures have been put in place yet in Nottingham as I speak, but they said they're going to be announcing it this Monday, 12th of October. But basically the reason why the sudden rise in the cases is obviously because, well, it's that time of year when universities just suddenly go back, end of September, beginning of October. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Nottingham University have completely basically failed, basically, effed it up on trying to get the restrictions down. I believe the number of cases were around 400 to 500 students. I don't actually know the actual figure because it changes every day, but roughly around that number, which was in just a single day. That is just awful. And the worst affected area in Nottingham comes from, I think it's the Lenton area near the. I haven't been to Nottingham much recently because I've been focused on the Loughborough area, but I think the Lenton Abbey and somewhere around in the uni areas are primarily the worst affected ones. So yeah, it's a complete shock. I did not expect Nottingham to now be the infected area across the UK, or one of the worst affected areas. So basically, what may happen is if Nottingham, hopefully, where I live, doesn't get affected, because I don't want to give too much detail because I can't give too much away from where I live, but obviously it's in a very southern area of Nottingham where there's not as much people there. It's, well, I like to say it's local, but it's not like it's an urban place, so there's far fewer people living there. So I'm just hoping, I've got my fingers crossed that if Nottingham has to go into lockdown, which I'm now no longer surprised, it's just mainly the city centres itself. Mansfield could be, because it's in North Nottingham, not a city, but more of a big town. I wouldn't be surprised they may have restrictions there as well. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Nottingham is likely to be under big trouble. Not that it's the students' fault, you know, they have rights to have their own freedom. I think they've been treated like some sort of prisoners, if you think of it. No disrespect, I know it's trying to keep everyone safe. But life is, you know, it's just awful to think the residents can't really do a lot of exciting stuff around, so yeah, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nottingham can go close to those really strict restrictions we had back several months ago. So that's what I'm posting this video up to, just update you that my area could be under strict lockdown. But hopefully I'll still be able to leave to go to college because it's in a different county. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to give too much detail away again. But yeah, life's pretty shit right now. You know, hopefully a couple months time vaccine comes, cases go down, and we can try and gradually get some normality back. This probably will continue well into next year though. Even if we do get a vaccine, it's going to take some time for it to get under control. Anyways, that's it for this video. I just wanted to give you a quick update. Nottingham basically is likely to be under lockdown by next week. And but other than that, guys, please stay safe. If you are watching this, as we know, the cases are well in over 5 figures overall for the whole country. Other than that, guys, like, comment, subscribe, and if you watch my weather forecast video, it is very likely that I will be in a different area tomorrow. We're going out for a family walking around in Derby. Hopefully we'll be allowed to travel, at least because we're not under restrictions yet. So that's what the plan is. So you may see me in a completely different area, and I'll give more details on that next video. And then other than that, guys, like I said, stay safe, like, comment, subscribe. Storm is now out.